Hello and welcome to today's Radio Plymouth Sports Update with Jack Horswell. Since the last time we had an update on Radio Plymouth, Plymouth Argyle have signed 3 new players and played 2 friendlies in that time in the last week or so. And the first of those signings is Dom Telford. He's come from Bury, another one of Ryan Lowe's new intricacies from his previous club, and also Callum McFadden, and he has also come from Bury. He's left-sided player, works down the left-hand side, can play left back, left centre back, or even left wing back in that sort of situation, the 3-5-2 that we know Ryan Lowe likes to play from the friendlies that we have already seen. And if you didn't manage to catch those friendlies, the first one of those came last Saturday against Plymouth Parkway, and they came out 2-0 victors. The goal scorers Connor Grant scored a penalty, and the youngster 18-year-old Kladi Lolas, the Greek under-19 international, also grabbed a goal for Argyle. It's a lovely finish, and we have those highlights for you courtesy of Parish Media, who was there on Saturday filming the game. But I think another thing, Dom Telford did manage to make his debut, and he got a few minutes at the end, and Ryan Lowe gave him an opportunity, and he didn't manage to score. Obviously, he had a few chances. He had a chance in the box that he missed, and you can see those 4 highlights on Plymouth Parkway's Twitter, courtesy of Parish Media. And I've seen some issues that people have had with Argyle signing all of these players from Bury. Callum McFadden, coming in as well, and it looks like the opportunity's there, and why would you not? The club have come and they got promoted to League One last season, exactly what Argyle want to go and do now, and it's a perfect opportunity for these players to come back into a league that they're comfortable playing in, that they know they can come out of and show themselves in front of the Argyle fans now again this season. And the third signing is Alex Palmer. He has come from West Bromwich Albion, that is, and he's a goalkeeper, which is good for Argyle. We needed that second keeper. We couldn't rely on Michael Cooper all the time. There was the option for Jordan Holmes, who had come from Bournemouth on trial as well, but there's not much been said about whether he is going to get signed as well, but this loan in from West Brom. Palmer's had experience playing for Notts County and Oldham in League Two over the last couple of seasons, so it's a good opportunity for him to get some extra first team minutes, and he did make his debut as well in the past week. And that second friendly that we saw actually came on Tuesday evening at the Plymouth Argyle fans, the Plymouth Argyle Elite, the squad. They travelled to Plainmoor to face Torquay United, the Devon neighbours. It's sort of a little bit of a derby. Torquay newly promoted to the conference, so it's a big opportunity for them in showcasing what they've got. And unfortunately for the Argyle fans, they did come out 3-1 losers. Torquay won the game 3-1. But a positive note to say is that Lawless did score Argyle's only goal, and I've seen a lot of negative reaction online. There's been some tweets saying that Lowe should be out already and that the squad isn't capable of getting straight out of League Two, and Lowe has come out and he's responded to this backlash in a good way. He told the media how he's not worried about pre-season. Pre-season is about getting out the cobwebs, as everyone says, brushing them off and going for the start of the season. And Plymouth Argyle will travel to Alicante this weekend now, where they'll play AFC Wimbledon in another friendly. They're going to have a summer training camp. Assistant manager Steve Schumacher said he's got a lot to put them through, and hopefully they come back bigger and stronger. And Lowe also mentioned about the ruthlessness that he wants from his squad going forward, and I think that we need to look at maybe more players. I think it's obvious a lot of people have said from the game on Tuesday night against Torquay that defensively it seems a big issue for the Green Army at the minute. It's a big issue for the fans. They feel like defensively we're not strong enough, but you've got to look at the positives. Will Aimson, he might be injured. He's currently at St George's Park on a recovery plan, but the opportunity is there for him to come into the first team and make that defensive line that Ryan Lowe is trying to rebuild, as we know was a big problem last season as well. So it's good for him, for Aimson to come in, and he can be that leading force in the centre of defence for Argyle in the coming season. And the tickets are still available for the trip to Crewe if you do want to buy those. But like I said, the Torquay game, you can take it or leave it. I don't think it's a worry. It shouldn't be a worry. We've got a few more friendlies still left to play in Argyle, and however, I think I've got to say it that a lot of people have said it, that Amani Little scored one of the greatest free kicks I think I've ever seen, and if we can get a clip of that, I will show you. And it's It's a wonder of a free kick. You couldn't do anything about it. In a way, it looked like it just kind of killed the game. But mostly people are taking away the defensive issues for Argyle at the minute, and it's not what we want to see from our club, and that's got to change in the coming weeks. Still 3 or 4 weeks at the start of the season, so I think people can just relax for a little bit. And like I said, they are in Alicante this week to work on their fitness and their shape, and in a summer training camp, some really hot weather training. And you can see Argyle return for local action against Buckland Athletic next Wednesday. So if you can make that game, let's keep going and supporting the new manager and the new side and where the club are going forward. And there were some injury updates as well following the game. And Danny Mayer didn't play. Ryan Taylor also didn't feature at all in the squad, neither of them. And Ryan Lewis said that they're just precautionary injuries. There's nothing to worry about. They just needed a rest. And they're looking forward to travelling with the squad to Alicante this week. And Don Telford also pulled out from the Torquay game in the first, before even kick-off, but apparently he's had a little bit of a thigh strain in the warm-up, and again, it was just a precaution. It's nothing for the Argyle fans to worry about. Some more positive news coming in for the Raiders this week. They've made their 6th signing of the off-season. Another rookie Coach James has given the chance to become a professional basketballer, and that is Jackson Highland. He comes from West Chester University, where he played for the Golden Rams in Pennsylvania, America. Coach James described him as a high IQ player that certainly fits the bill, and I think when you look at his stats from last season, that's exactly what he is, a high-profile, high IQ type of player. He averaged 17 points and 6 rebounds last season as a whole, and he hit 20 plus points on 10 different occasions in 10 different games last season. So he's a really, really strong asset to the side, and I think the Raiders fans definitely need to watch this space in particular with Jackson Highland. He's a combo guard, so it's a new position of the signings that Coach James has made in this off-season for the 1920 season. He's that 6th addition to the roster, and it's going to be a great option for Raiders to push again for the championship title and get further than the playoff semi-finals like they did last season, losing out to Leicester, but that was the first time since 2012. So it's great building blocks for Coach James. He's coming in since Gavin Lowe's dismissal, and he really is building this great attacking basketball team that are really worth watching. And I'd stress anyone to go and see the Raiders next year if you can. They play their games on Fridays and Sundays. The fixtures are out if you want to check those. But don't forget as well, Jackson Highland, new signing. It's going to be a great opportunity for him to gain his first professional contract. He joins Tyrrell Johnson, who the Raiders signed a fortnight ago, another rookie that's come into the professional world. He came from Appalachian State University, which is in Georgia in America. So again, it's really positive for them at the minute, and let's keep supporting our local clubs. Let's keep doing what we can. Unfortunately, no groundbreaking news on Plymouth Albion this week, but hopefully we can get a little bit more on them next week. This has been Jack Horswell for the Radio Plymouth Sports Update, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you very much.